Dear Brittany.
Dear Brittany.
Dear Brittany.
I'm so nervous. I'm like sweating.
Your whole situation is consuming me now. I can't believe that it's just been this long and I didn't know.
When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. But every day you learn more and you gain more wisdom from that.
It's the New York Times documentary that everybody is talking about, Framing Britney Spears. It follows Britney's rise to fame and also her ongoing legal battle with her father, Jamie Spears, over her court-ordered conservatorship. And now a source tells ET that Britney is actually aware of this doc. It's Brit's team who brought it to her awareness. And the source says the singer is always made aware of any important new releases that pertain to her life and career. And Framing Britney Spears was no different. According to our source, Brit hasn't seen the documentary because she, quote, never likes to focus on what others say about her.
Even you just saying that statement, it breaks my heart, Denny. Watching this documentary, oh my goodness, it really just paints the picture clear as day, the negative effects that fame can have on an individual. And how so many people were just so focused on getting the picture of her, the paparazzi, or, getting these stories about her and not really looking at the fact that this is a human being. One of the big
Right.
issues that was addressed in the documentary that somewhat shocked me is Britney's former relationship with Justin Timberlake. It spotlights the glaring difference between how Brit and Justin were treated in the media following their highly publicized 2002 breakup. For instance, Britney was asked during a 2003 interview with Diane Sawyer what she did to break Justin's heart. And on the other hand, you had Justin, he went on to be idolized. People were asking him if he had sex with Britney. They were, playing him up as the man while Britney was somewhat being slut shamed. Now, fans have been showing their support for Brit on social media, but our source says that she has no interest in getting involved with the details about her past relationship with Justin, adding that she doesn't want fans to speak negatively about him and that she has the utmost respect for both Justin and his wife, Jessica Biel.
And according to our source, Britney actually laughed about how people are still talking about their breakup, adding that it was so long ago. The source said, quote, right now, Britney's focused on getting some new projects off the ground, and as always, her dance moves and choreography. And in fact, those dance moves that we see her doing on Instagram, there have been a couple of times where she's dancing to her ex's music. You guys will remember she shared this video of her dancing to Jay-Z and JT's Holy Grail. Last month, and you know what? I think this is a huge sign that like she has completely moved on, and we've talked about this on the
Yeah.
show here too. That she is obviously in a long time happy relationship with Sam Asghari, and JT married Jessica Biel. Like our source said, she respects that. Either way,
Yeah.
I feel like that was just one part of the documentary that a lot of people, I don't know, almost were either introduced to for the first time or got a better understanding of, and what
Yeah.
led to her 2007 breakdown. Last
Right.
month, ET caught up with the producer and director of Framing Britney Spears, Samantha Stark, who explained why we didn't actually hear from Britney, though, in the documentary.
Since Britney has such a tight circle around her, in part because of the conservatorship, or it's allowed to be that way because of the conservatorship, journalists haven't really been able to interview her freely. We, as the New York Times, haven't interviewed her because we want to be able to do it freely with no one trying to adjust what she says or anything. And it just feels like you can't ask Britney.
Oh, that's
Can I
heartbreaking.
just
Oh,
can I just say,
yeah.
Mel, I feel like, you know what, the times have changed so much, and I feel for Britney because watching this documentary, you really get the sense of like how everyone and everything impacted her negatively, and we did
Yes.
that. And I feel like we can't,
Yes.
Britney can't take back what she's done in the past. Justin can't, the paparazzi can't, the media can't at all. But I do hope that Britney does come back and stronger than ever out of this because I feel like she'll be dealt a different hand in
Same.
this era of social media where she can control her narrative, and the era of Me Too where we won't be asking her the things that we used to. I feel like the only thing
Yeah.
that's holding her back, or at least that what the documentary says is holding her back, is this conservatorship under her father Jamie. So I feel like that's where the whole Free Britney movement is born
Hmm.
out of, and why they're just so steadfast on making sure that she
Yeah.
is the one controlling her life moving forward.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned the Free Britney movement because these are people that have dedicated a lot of their time to really helping the one idol that they've had and they feel like they've lost, or she's lost herself
Yes.
over the years. So, I'm glad you mentioned them. And one thing I think is so powerful about documentaries is that I don't necessarily think the focus is about Justin Timberlake and Britney's relationship, but I think it's more so about what we can learn from that experience moving forward and how we deal with celebrities. And speaking of celebrities, there are a few that showed their support for Britney, Sarah Jessica Parker being one of them, and Bette Midler. They simply tweeted hashtag Free Britney, which is a hashtag that fans have used over the past years to vocalize her support, as you said, for being freed from her conservatorship. Miley Cyrus also took a moment during her pre-show Super Bowl performance to give the singer a shout out. Check it out.
The DJ dropped my favorite tune, oh Britney